And let's talk about that. It's the cover of this week's Business Week, a great piece by writer Felix Gillette talking about the problems at the NFL. Do you think it's a fair juxtaposition? I mean, Game 7 of the World Series versus, the week-to-week performance of the NFL in an election season?
I think it is in some regards, because your average World Series game often is not going to see anywhere near the ratings of even an average primetime NFL game. That's just how dominant the National Football League has been in terms of broadcast ratings over the past many, many years. And this has gone back to even 2006, the first year they had a Thursday night game. So this drop in ratings, to me, following this for many years, has just been an absolute shock.
Patrick, in his story, Felix runs through all the things that might be ailing the NFL: bad officiating, long games, too many games, no stars. Is there one thing that you highlight that you think is ailing the NFL?
I don't know if it's necessarily too many games. I mentioned earlier they've had that 2006 package for 10 years now. They've had Monday night games, they've had Sunday night games, even the London game. But I think the quality of the product on the field has been a challenge. I'm hearing from the millennials that I know that they are turning off NFL games for the first time in their lives. So I think the quality of the product on the field is a real issue. And I think one of the NFL's best products, its Red Zone channel, where you're able to watch at the same time several games that are in scoring positions at once. I think it's become, while still a great product, very cannibalistic to existing ratings during in-game shows.
Sarah Frier, one culprit might be the internet, right? The NFL is streaming games on Yahoo, on Twitter. Do you think that might be eating into the core audience?
I actually...
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, these are companies that are almost betting on the NFL needing another way to find audience. Twitter this year had a deal with the NFL to stream 10 Thursday night football games, and that's sort of at the cornerstone of their media strategy for the future of Twitter. They want to do that with baseball and hockey and basketball as well. And so absolutely, I think that these are new channels for the NFL to explore that we really don't have great ways to measure yet.
I want to play a quick clip from analyst Porter Bibb, who actually kind of blames Nielsen and its inability to track some of these new channels. Have a listen.
Mobile is not a reliable. There's no ComScore and several other measurement services are not reliable, and advertisers don't believe them. They don't buy the numbers. And look, Nielsen's been the industry standard for 50 years, and nobody believes Nielsen.
Sarah, can Nielsen do a better job monitoring these online and mobile channels?
Absolutely. I mean, Felix mentions in his story that they're already working to try to refine their ratings and guess how many people might be watching it at a bar. They absolutely need to do more with the social networks, with the online streaming sites, to try to get a better sense of how many people are watching when they're watching and what the engagement is like. Twitter, for example, their first Thursday night NFL football game, they told everyone that 2.3 million people watched it. But we don't really know what that means. Did they watch it for the whole time? Did they turn it on for a second? Did they retweet a tweet that was related? I don't know what that 2.3 million means, and I think Nielsen would be one of the places to tell us.
Patrick Keane, are we shooting the messenger here by blaming Nielsen?
Perhaps, but I mean, Nielsen, as that other guest mentioned, has been in this business for 50 years. I mean, I will take slight bit of a devil's advocate to the Twitter being cannibalistic experience for the NFL. I don't really necessarily think it is. I think what's an issue is that there are so many sources to find scores, so many sources to get instant results and to get instant highlights. It could be a somewhat of an issue, but I don't think that you'll ever see the NFL surrendering a Sunday night game or a Monday night game. There's a reason they're giving Thursday night game access, and I see it as purely additive, not cannibalistic at all.
Patrick, last quick question. Does the NFL learn anything from last night and from this amazing World Series that we just witnessed?
You would hope so. I think that the NFL still is an incredibly powerful sport, but I worry that over time it could go the way of some of the other biggest sports that were pre and post-war, which were, if you look at boxing, if you look at horse racing, baseball. I just hope that the NFL doesn't fall the same fate as boxing in the world, but I think that's a big challenge for the league.